The one and only Richard Southern is here to discuss the day's top business stories. Always so good to be out here with you, Richard.
It's fun to be out here. How are you, Sid?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well for a Monday.
How could we not be on this perfect day out here?
Very nice.
All right. Companies are trying to keep employees from leaving. What are they doing to do
It
that?
started during the pandemic where there was this sort of mass quitting going on. There's new ways to make money these days, right, Cynthia? Side hustles on the internet. It's not the way it used to be where you had to hang on to that job for dear life, right?
And people want to work from home.
They want to work from home. That's a big part of this. So companies now, they're doing more exit interviews. Some call them stay interviews, where if you say you're leaving, they want to sit down with you and figure out why you're leaving, Cynthia. And Canadian companies who have been doing this say the interviews have yielded some interesting insights. For example, many learn that workers aren't necessarily seeking a big promotion or a huge salary upgrade. Instead, more and more are looking for more responsibilities, more opportunities to learn.
Oh, interesting.
And yes, we're looking for opportunities to work from home and looking for 4-day work weeks too, which is also something.
And I wonder how often companies are sort of caving into what they want to keep them.
Job vacancies are like 3 times higher than they were 5 years ago in Canada, so I would think they might be bending over backwards, and you might see more 4-day work weeks if that's what employees are looking for. So.
We should talk to John Whitten about that.
Get the boss on the phone right now.
Yeah, all right. So this is not good news for condo owners. Condos used to be a great investment, but that's not necessarily the case anymore.
No, people who are investing, using condos simply as an investment, more and more losing money on it. Report out today from CIBC found a little bit less than 50% now are cash flow negative on their condo investments, and this is the first time in quite a long time this has happened. 48% of leveraged condo investors who bought pre-construction are cash flow positive. They're losing money on their units, according to CIBC, and it's something that's expected to get a little bit worse. I mean, we've seen all the changes in the mortgage market where if you got a variable rate, it's costing you more. The market isn't such that it was a few years ago where you could buy these condos for a few years, rent them out, make some money, flip it around. It's changing now, Cynthia.
Interesting. That's bad news for a lot of people, I imagine. That hurts.
It does hurt. It's really probably heated the market up, all these condo investors, but it's also giving people a place to live because we're not seeing a lot of rental-only condo apartments being built.
Right. Okay. Let's switch to, if you want a vacation, there's a new way to cruise out of Toronto. I haven't been on a cruise yet, but certainly not one out of Toronto.
This is really interesting. You can go on an international trip without going to the airport. Viking Cruises announcing a cruise out of Toronto going to Greenland. How fun would that be?
Interesting. I'd love to go to Greenland.
Me too. 15 days stopping in Newfoundland and Labrador and then to Nook, Greenland and back again. Save your pennies. It starts at $15,500 per person.
I was going to ask if you wanted to go, but maybe now not.
Not the only cruise. There's also cruises out of Toronto throughout the Great Lakes and down to the Caribbean. The Caribbean one, though, is like a 40-day one. It starts at $38,000. So we can avoid the airport, but it's going to cost us.
It's going to cost you. All right, maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
In our dreams.
When we get the 649 going on.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Richard. We will see you again at 6:40.
Thanks, Ed.
All right. Thanks very much.